Solve problem 18, question 18 from exercise 18a. In this question you can see a circle with center O and PQ and PR are two tangents from the point P. Angle QPR is given as 60 degree. You have to find angle QOR. This angle we have to find. And we learned that these two angles, tangent and radius 90 degree and this R also 90 degree. So total we know that it's 180 degree. So what about the remaining sum? Yes, it must be 180 since PQOR is a quadrilateral. And angle Q plus angle R, 90 plus 90. Angle between radius and tangent always 90 degree. So 180 degree. What about the remaining sum? Yes, angle P plus angle O, that means QOR, is 180 degree. Reason? Since angle P plus angle Q plus angle O plus angle R in a quadrilateral is always 360 degree. 180 already we have. So the remaining sum also 180 degree. Okay. Now one angle P is 60 degree. Then what is angle QOR? Yes, 180 degree minus angle P. 180 degree minus 60 degree. 120 degree. This is 120. So can you say what is the measure of QSR? Yes, by the theorem, central angle is double that of the angle in the remaining part of the circumference. So this is 60 degree, half of 120 degree. Second, we have to calculate angle OQR. OQR. So let us join QR. Okay, second question, angle OQR. Angle OQR is an angle in the isosceles triangle OQR, no? Since OR and OQ are radii of the same circle, they are equal. So, angle OQR equal angle ORQ in isosceles triangle OQR. Reason? OQ equal OR. Radii. Radii of the same circle are always equal, no? So these two angles must be equal. And we know angle QOR is 120 degree. What is remaining in this triangle? Sum of the angles of the triangle is 180 degree. So one angle is 120. What is remaining? Yes, 180 minus 120 and take it into half because these two remaining angles are equal, no? So we have to divide it equally. 180 minus 120 by 2. Angle sum property. Angle O plus angle Q plus angle R in triangle is 180 degree. And other two are equal also. That's why. Subtract the angle. That is 180 minus angle QOR divided by 2. That is 60 by 2, 30 degree each. So the second part is 30 degree. Now the third question. Let us solve the third question. Third question we know that this one. It's the half of QOR by the theorem. Third one is to find angle QSR. Is half of angle QOR by the theorem that we learned in the chapter circle. Half of 120 degree, 60 degree. Okay, you have to write the statement, not write theorem. Central angle is double that of the angle in the remaining part of the circumference. Understood? Now let us solve the 19th problem. There is a circle and a triangle. It's a tangent. This point is T, AT is a tangent and OA is a radius and this angle is 64 degree B. First of all we have to Calculate the numerical value of x. That is the question. X. Actually, you can see x is a part of or angle of triangle ATB. Okay. In triangle ATB. Can you say what is the measure of angle A? Yes, angle between radius and tangent is always 90 degree. Angle A is 90 degree. Reason? Angle between tangent and radius. Okay. And this angle is 64 degree. So we have to know the theorem that you learned in chapter circles. This is angle OA. Let us mark another letter R here. OAR. What about angle? Not OAR. AOR. It is the central angle of the arc AR. And what about this ABR? It is the angle in the remaining part of the circumference. So what is the relation between these two angles? Yes, it is half of 64. That is 32 degree. The theorem you remember, no? So write that reason. Let us write it. Angle ABR is half of angle AOR by the theorem. You should write the statement, okay? Half of 64 degree. That is 32 degree. Actually, ABR means ABT itself, no? That is angle ABT. T and R in the same line, 32 degree. So, we know that angle A is 90 degree, angle B is 32 degree. Then easy to calculate the third angle in triangle, no? Yes. Therefore, angle T or ATB, X equal, or the sum of the three is 180 degree. We know the sum of the angles in a triangle is 180 degree. So we can take the sum of the three angles in triangle BAT as ABT, BAT and ATB. The sum of the three is 180 degree. ABT 32 degree plus BAT 90 degree plus ATB means X degree, 180 degree. So 122 degree plus X is 180 degree and X is 180 minus 122. It's 58 degree. Understood this problem? Okay. Let us solve the next 22 and do question 23 homework. And 24 also. First we have to calculate angle CBT. Angle CBT. Let us join this BT. Then next we have to calculate angle BAT. BAT. Join that also. Third one, angle APT. APT, this angle. Okay, these are the angles we have to calculate. Angle CBT. This total. And can you say what is the measure of angle CBT? CBT. And it's clear, tangent and this line CT make 90 degree. That means we know that always radius and tangent make the angle 90 degree. So this CT is diameter. Okay. So angle CBT is 90 degree since angle in semicircle is always 90 degree. This angle is always 90 degree. Reason, what is the reason? Reason is angle in a semicircle. CT makes 90 degree with tangent PT. It is given in the question. So CT is therefore CT is a diameter. Angle between radius and tangent is always 90 degree. So what is CT here? Yes, it is the diameter clearly. So we can write angle CBT is 90 degree angle in a semicircle. First one we got. And also we know that this portion CBA is 70 degree given in the question. ABC is 70 degrees. So what about this portion? This PBT, this portion. Angle PBT is angle CBT minus angle ABC. That is 90 minus 70, 20 degree here. So this angle is 20 degree. Okay, look at this angle ABT. This is 20. 70 plus 20, total 90 degree. And look at this chord 80. You can see this chord 80 now. And this portion is remaining part of the circumference. This is one segment and this portion is another segment. So angle ABT is in the remaining part of the segment or alternate segment. So can you say what is the angle here? Therefore, angle ATP is same as angle ABT, 20 degree. Here it is 20 degree. Understood? Okay. By the theorem, angle between chord and tangent is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Understood? So write the statement of the theorem. Okay. To find the second one, angle BAT, this angle. Look at this total angle CAT. Angle CAT is angle in a semicircle. We know that CT is a diameter, so angle CAT is 90 degree. And if we know the CAB, angle CAB, if we know, we can subtract that from 90 to get angle BAT. So CAB is 180 minus 50 plus 70 in triangle ACB. Look at this triangle ACB. Sum of the angles always gives 180 degree. Here it's 50 and 70 given in the question. So the third angle we can calculate easily. That is 60 degree. So this portion is 60. So what about the remaining BAT? Yes, 90 minus 60. Therefore, angle BAT is equal to 90 degree minus 60 degree, 30 degree. Thus we obtained the value of that as 30 degree. Now the last one, angle APT. We have to calculate this angle. How can we obtain this? Yes. It can be easily find out by triangle APT. Exterior angle is angle BAT. Okay. By using exterior angle theorem. Exterior angle BAT is equal to, this angle is equal to, this is the triangle APT. Angle APT plus angle ATP in triangle ATP. In triangle ATP, exterior angle is this one. Exterior angle is equal to sum of the interior opposite angles. That is 30 degree equal to APT we don't know plus ATP is 20 degree. Therefore, angle APT is 30 degree minus 20 degree. It's 10 degree. 10 plus 20 gives. Understood this? So here discussed the important problems from exercise 18A. Now we will discuss problems from 18B. First problem is not in your syllabus, second also. Now let us solve the third problem. Third is, in the following figure, PQ is a tangent PQ is a tangent to the circle and the point of contact is A. Also, O is the center, DB is the diameter, AO joined here, and angle ADB is given as 30 degree, and DCB, here is a point C, DCB is given, it's not given actually, then DBC is given 60 degree, DBC is 60 degree given, and we have to calculate QAB, angle QAB, QAB. So we have to join AB. This angle we have to calculate. Angle between chord AB and a tangent. This is equal to, by the theorem, angle between a tangent and a chord is equal to angle in the alternate segment. So angle in the alternate segment is given. ADB is 30 degree. So what about this QAB? Yes, that also 30 degree. First one is the theorem. Angle QAB is equal to angle ADB 30 degree by the theorem. Can you say the statement? Yes, angle between tangent and chord is equal to angle in alternate segment. Here it is the small segment and this is the larger segment. Angle in it is 30 degree. So the angle between this tangent and chord is also 30 degree. First one. Second is angle PAD. PAD, this angle. How can we calculate this angle PAD? Yes, this is also angle between a tangent and chord AD. Okay, so that is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Which is the angle in the alternate segment? ABT. Same reason. So we have to calculate this angle. How can we calculate that angle? ABD. Yes, it is very easy. First we have to calculate this AOB. Then you know that radii of the same circle same. So this AOB is isosceles. So total angle in this triangle is 180 degree. So remaining portion we have to divide equally. Can you say what is angle AOB? Angle AOB is double that of ADB. That theorem you learned in chapter circles. Central angle or angle subtended by arc AB at the center is twice that of the angle in the remaining part of the circumference by the theorem. So that is equal to 2 into 30 degree. It's 60 degree. So here it is 60. What is remaining in the triangle? Total angle in a triangle is 180 degree. Therefore, angle, we know that angle OAB and angle OBA are equal. Why they are equal? Yes. 180 minus 60, that remaining angle divide equally. Since OA equal OB. Radii of the same circle are always equal, no? So we can find that triangle is an isosceles one. So 180 minus 60, that is 120 by 2 each angle. That is equal to 60 degree each. So here it is 60 degree. And what about this angle? This also 60 degree. Look at this. This angle is 60 degree. That's why this also 60. Understood? That is angle PAD equal angle in the alternate segment, that is ABD. Theorem. Can you see the statement? Yes, angle between tangent PA and chord AD. Yes, angle between tangent PA and chord AD is equal to angle in the alternate segment, angle ABD. Okay, so that is equal to 60 degree. This we calculate the second portion. Now the third one, angle CDB. This is C. This is a triangular portion now, and DB is a diameter. It's clearly given in the question. So what about angle C? Angle DCB is 90 degree. This we learned in chapter circle. Angle in a semicircle. And also angle DBC is given 60 degree. Given in the question. So it is easy to calculate CDB now, since we can write it as reason. Angle CDB is 180 minus 90 plus 60. That is 90 minus 60, it's 30 degree. So that angle is 30 degree. Thus we solved the problem. Let us solve question 7. Two circles with the centers O and O dash are drawn to intersect each other at the point A and B. Center O of the one circle lies on the circumference of the other circle, and CD is drawn tangent to the circle with center O dash at A. Prove that OA bisects angle BSA. Angle BSA, you can see this angle BSA. Angle BSA. We have to show that this OA, this portion. So let us draw it one more time. C, A, and this is B. Here is O. OA bisect this angle. That means these two portions are equal. We have to prove. Understood? These two angular portions are equal. That we have to prove. So we have to prove, to show that OA bisect angle BAC. We have to prove that angle CAO equal to angle OAB. Just to show that these two angles are equal. These two portions are equal only, we have to show. It's very easy to solve. Look at this. This is a small circle with center O. And OAB is an isosceles triangle, no? OA equal OB. Radii of the smaller circle. So, triangle OAB is isosceles. Let angle OAB is equal to angle OBA is equal to x degree. They must be equal, no? Yes, angle BAO and angle OBA both are equal. So let us mark them as x degree. Okay, these two angles are equal. Now, OA is a chord. OA is a chord. And angle CAO is the angle between, or Angle CAO is the angle between tangent and chord. And you can see this angle CAO is the angle between tangent CA or CAD and chord OA. And by the theorem, it should be equal to, it is equal to angle in the alternate segment. By the theorem that you learned in this chapter, angle between tangent and a chord always equal to angle in the alternate segment. So this small portion is the alternate one segment. So remaining is the alternate segment. So can you see this angle? OBA is the angle in the alternate segment that we have calculated as x degree. So what about this angle? Yes, this also x degree. That is, angle CAO is x degree. Also, we have taken angle OAB is x degree. That we proved. Since the base angles of isosceles triangle are equal. Look at these two angles. See, compare it with the diagram. CAO, OAB. They are equal, no? What is the meaning? CAO, this portion and this portion are equal, so that OA bisect it, which implies OA bisects angle CAB. OA bisect angle CAB, or in textbook it is given BAC, both are same. So we can write it as BAC also. Understood this problem? Okay, now let us solve the 8th one. Question 1. Question 8 is not in syllabus, so let us solve question 10. Question 10. In the figure, ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral with BC equal CD. Two sides are equal. TC is a tangent to the circle at the point C, and DC is produced to the point G. If angle BCG 108 degree and O is the center of the circle, find angle BCT, this portion, BCT and angle DOC. Let us join this. Angle DOC. These two angles we have to calculate. First one, to calculate BCT, this angle, we must know the angle in the alternate segment. What is this? That is BDC. This angle. If we know angle BDC, that is equal to angle BCT. Angle BCT equal to angle BDC. Theorem. Angle between tangent and chord is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Okay. Actually, angle BDC is the half of angle BOC. Half of angle BOC. That you learned from the chapter circles. Central angle is double that of the angle in the remaining part of the circumference. State the theorem. So, how can we calculate BOC? Yes. Look at this. This is 108 given. Angle BCG is 108 given. ABCD is a cyclic quadrilateral and exterior angle is equal to interior opposite angle. Okay, let us calculate that. We have angle BCG equal to 108 degree given in the question. That implies angle BAD 108 degree. Interior opposite angle. That is also the theorem. What is that theorem that you learned in chapter circle? Exterior angle of a cyclic quadrilateral is equal to interior opposite angle. Okay. Thus, angle BAD is, one more theorem we have. Angle BAD is half of angle BOD. Central angle. Look at this. Angle BAD is the angle in the remaining part of the circumference of the arc BD. So angle BOD, half of this angle BOD is twice that of angle BAD. So we can write this is half of angle BOD. Half of angle BOD. Angle BAD is half of angle BOD. That is the central angle is double that of angle in the remaining part of the circumference. State the theorem. Okay. But it is given that chord BC equal to DC in the diagram. But BC equal to DC given. So they are equal chords now. So equal chords subtends equal angles at the center. So these two portions are equal. Therefore, angle BOC equal angle DOC. Half of angle BOC plus angle DOC. BAD we know. What is that? 108 degree. Half of BOC, instead we can apply DOC itself. So angle DOC plus angle DOC, both are same. Okay. So cross multiply 108 into 2 gives DOC plus DOC means 2 times angle DOC. So angle DOC is 108 into 2 by 2. That is 108 degree. Okay. So angle DOC is 108 degree. Understood this problem? This portion is 108 and these two are equal. 108 into 2 gives this BOD, or they are equally divided. That means 108 and 108. Understood this problem? So we have to apply the theorems that we have learned in chapter circles and tangents. Which all theorems we applied? Angle between tangent and chord is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Central angle or angle subtended by a particular arc is equal to, at the center, is equal to twice or double that of the arc in the remaining part of the circumference. And this is a cyclic quadrilateral and exterior angle is given in the question. Exterior angle is equal to interior opposite angle. And portion tangent and chord also. And equal chords, angle subtended by equal chords. It is given DC and BC are equal. That means they subtend equal angles at the center. These all theorems we applied in the same question. So you must learn all the theorems. Okay. And you have to apply that in the questions. Do question 12 homework. Now 13th one. That is a proof. We have to show that angle PAQ and angle PBQ are supplementary. Supplementary means sum of these two angles is 180 degree. That we have to prove. Let us consider this is a chord now. PA is a chord and PQ is a tangent. So angle between tangent and chord is equal to angle in the alternate segment. So this is the chord. This is smaller segment. So for the first circle, you can see this is the alternate portion. Alternate segment. So angle in alternate segment means PBA. They are equal. Similarly, these two, angle between tangent and chord, and these two are equal. Let us write first. Let angle QPA equal to x degree. Therefore, angle PBA is equal to x degree. What is the reason these two angles are equal? Yes, angle between chord PA and tangent PQ is equal to angle in alternate segment. That is angle PBA. That is the reason. Similarly, we can write this portion, angle PQA. Same reason, angle PQA is equal to, let it's y degree. Then angle QBA is y degree. Same reason. Understood? Now let us add these two. That is the first one, QPA and QPA and PQA. These two. Angle QPA plus angle PQA is equal to x plus y. Similarly, what about these two, PBA and QBA? Angle PBA, these two, sum of these two. Angle QBA, that is also x plus y. Same sum we obtained, okay? So from this, we need PAQ and PBQ. Look at the triangle. Triangle, we have considered this PQA, also AQP, both we considered. But we need the third angle, PAQ. Look at this PAQ, third angle of the triangle. How can we obtain the third angle of the triangle if we know the two angles? Yes, 180 minus. Okay. Similarly, this one, PBQ. How can we obtain PBQ? Yes, that is the sum of x and y. PBA and QBA gives x and y. Sum of x and y, that is the PBQ. Let us write that. PBQ means the sum of PBA and ABQ, that is x plus y degree, and PAQ is equal to 180 minus x plus y in triangle PAQ. Third angle is 180 minus x plus y. Angle sum property we apply. So let us add these two angles. This is equation number 3 and 4. Add. That's our question. The angle PBQ and PAQ must be supplementary. Supplementary means sum of the angles must be 180 degree. That is the question. So let us add angle PBQ plus angle PAQ. What is that? Yes. X plus y plus 180 minus x plus y. Cancel this x plus y. So that is equal to 180 degree. That is angle PBQ, angle PAQ are supplementary. Understood this? Just apply one theorem and angle sum property to prove this. Angle between tangent and chord is equal to angle in the alternate segment. Here also the same. And here we applied angle sum property and add these two angles to obtain the relationship 180 degree, so that they are supplementary angles. Okay. Now the next is question 15. Do that question homework. Some portions are not in your syllabus. That 14 is not in your syllabus. Okay. Now the next is 16th one. Let us do that. Or you can do the 16th also homework. It's a small problem. Question 16 homework. Try to do this problem. Thus we completed that lesson tangents and important problems we have solved. Extra problems we will discuss later. First you learn the theorems well and learn the important problems that we have discussed in class. Understood? Learn these problems well. Do your homeworks. Thank you all.